Hi everyone, I'm Jen and this is my daughter
Morgan.
and welcome to our Perler lab. We are so excited that you're here with us today to do our Perler project. We are just excited to be indoors and cooled off. It's probably very hot where you are too. Oh, it's a great day to do a craft, isn't it?
Yep.
And Perler is perfect for this. So today we are going to do
Nature jars.
nature jars. Let's make a nature jar. So we made a few before the class so you could see what it's going to look like at the end. It's really cute. And before we get started, we'll go over our supply list. So the first thing is the downloadable printable pattern sheet. And this time you'll actually get 2 pages. What we did is on the first page, it will tell you the color beads, and we'll go through that shortly, as well as the lid. And then we put a butterfly on the first page. And then on the second page, we put a few other insects that you can choose from. So you can make a variety, you can make more than one. It gives you a lot of options. So that is the first supply that we need, is the pattern sheet. Second is, of course, our Perler beads. So we recommend the 11,000 bead jar. And what Morgan and I did before the class started is we separated the bead colors in a tray, just so it goes a little bit more quickly for us as we're doing the class. You don't have to do that. When we're at home, sometimes Morgan and I just take them in our hand and we put them on our tabletop and we pick our colors that way. Or you might choose not to use the color key and pick any colors out of the jar and be super creative and make your bugs different colors, just to make them different. So now we have the pattern sheet and we have the beads. Also, you're going to need the large, clear, square pegboards. So these come 2 in a pack, and which it works out great, 1 for Morgan, 1 for myself. And then in both the Perler bead jar and the 2-pack of pegboards, you get the ironing paper. And you're going to need the ironing paper when it's time to fuse the beads together. And the best part about the ironing paper,
It's reusable.
it's reusable. So you can use this time and time again. We have ironing paper all over our craft room, right? And it's great because when we have friends over to Perler, then we all have ironing paper and we can have fun finishing our projects. So you are also going to need a household iron. With the household iron, we ask that you
Use no water, no steam.
right, no water, no steam. So it's a household iron that you'll just put on a medium setting. We'll let you know when it's time for that, and you'll also need an adult for that. Tweezers are optional. Sometimes we use them, sometimes we don't. That's completely up to you. Also, the electric glue gun, which you'll also need a parent for or an adult to help. And then most importantly, our jars. So we recommended the Kerr mason jars that you can get at Michael's in the pint size. And it just has to be a jar that has the 2-piece lid so that you can take out the flat part of the lid, because we want it open so that if you do use it as a bug jar and we catch lightning bugs, then the bugs can breathe. So that way it just makes it breathable. So you can use any kind of jar, and they can be a larger size, smaller size, something you have at home, but that's the one that we're recommending today. So I think we're ready to begin. Do we want to go over the color beads that we're going to use?
Sure.
Okay, so Morgan will read the beads that we can use for the 2 pattern sheets. Go ahead.
We have red, pink, toothpaste, yellow, raspberry, cheddar, dark blue, kiwi lime, turquoise, black, and white.
Okay, so we pulled all those colors out of our bead jar and we put them in a tray to make it a little bit easier. So Morgan and I talked before the class, and I think what we're going to do is I'm going to make the flower. That's the top part. It's the part on, I'll put it right here. Oh, yeah, that's a great picture you guys can see. So this is the part that will glue to the lid. And then here's what the insect looks like. And so Morgan's going to do 2 of the insects she's choosing.
The ladybug and the
ladybug and the lightning bug. And then I'm just going to point out that when you're doing your pattern, you will see at the bottom of your insect, there's a few beads that go down a little bit further. And then that is the part that's going to connect in the middle of your flower. If you choose not to do that, you could also glue right on top. So there's a lot of great things that you can do with the jar and a couple different ways to make the insects. And we'll go through all that. But right now we're just going to follow the pattern sheet and get started. So Morgan's going to start and I'm going to start with my flower. So if you have not been with us before, and this is your first time doing a Perler project, you take your board and your pegboard and you put it right on top of the pattern sheet and you line up the pegs with the circles, and then you will put the bead of that color. Yep, Morgan's doing it right now. She's already got a head start on me. And before I forget, when your project's finished, we love to see it and we love to show everyone here in our Perler lab. So if you could have an adult go ahead on social media and hashtag make it with Michaels, hashtag Perler, and hashtag Perler art class, then we share it with everybody. So we would love to see it and we can put it on our social and share it with everybody here. So I'm going to start with the color Cheddar.
Is this the darker, or is this the darker, like is it metal?
Yeah, perfect. So we really hope you guys are staying cool. It is, so we're in Pennsylvania and it is a very, very warm day for us here. It is so hot. We would love to know where you guys are coming from today. If you want to put any questions or comments, just say hi in the Q&A. We'd love to hear from you, but we'd love to know where you're watching from today. So when I'm working on my pattern, you could just go all the way around. You could go left to right, top to bottom. I personally like to do all the same colors. So I'm just going to keep going with the Cheddar. It's just all preference. We were really excited about this project because you can do so many things with the jar. If you don't want to catch lightning bugs, fireflies, I know different people call them different things. You can put candy in it.
Here's one with candy.
Yeah, we have one with candy. Can put some fairy lights in it.
So Lindsay from Buffalo, New York says it's very hot there too.
Lindsay from Buffalo. It's very hot there. I'm sure it is. Thank you for joining us today, Lindsay. We hope you're staying cool.
Mackenzie from Spruce Village.
And Mackenzie from Spruce Village. Welcome. We hope everyone's having a good summer. We've been having a great summer, right, Morgan? You're done with your first insect. Morgan and I spent some time at the beach on a family vacation, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've gone to the pool. Any of you guys done something really fun you want to tell us about this summer? Or going to do? We still have a lot of summer left. Anybody going camping this summer?
Is anybody excited for going back to school?
Are you excited? Morgan wants to know if you're excited for going back to school. She's not. We are still fully enjoying summer.
I don't want it to end.
We have the Lake Fort Academy again.
The Lake Fort Academy is here.
On the
Welcome.
Canadian border. I bet it's cooler up there.
Is it cooler where you are? We want to know. You're all done with your firefly?
One or maybe.
Okay. So if this is the first time you're joining us today, we want to let you know that there are additional classes on michaels.com, additional free classes. They also have premium classes for baking and some other projects that are fun too. And Morgan and we will be back hosting another Perler project class on August 23rd. So be sure to sign up and join us for that. We're going to do a back to school project, and we would love for you to join us. You're doing great.
Mackenzie and her brother are very excited for school.
Mackenzie and her brother are excited for school. That's great. You guys want to tell us what grades you're going into? Morgan, do you want to share what grade you're going into?
Going to six.
Sixth grade. When Morgan started doing our Perler classes on michaels.com, she was in fourth grade. So we've had a lot of fun doing great classes.
Lindsay went to the aquarium on vacation.
Ooh, the aquarium. That's so fun. We've not been to the aquarium in a while, but we do love it when we go.
This is good.
Thanks.
Ooh, raspberries are pretty color.
Raspberry is a very pretty color.
North family, I was wrong. It is 90 plus in North Dakota, and they're 8th grade.
8th grade, and it's 90 degrees in North Dakota.
Cooling off now.
Oh my goodness. For us in Pennsylvania, it is just going to get warmer tomorrow and warmer on Sunday.
Tomorrow it's supposed to be the real feel is 97.
The real feel. So this is a great time to catch up on some Perler projects,
And if it's too hot outside, you have to use
especially if it's too hot outside and you're staying indoors.
We're just chuckling about whether it'll be so hot that fuse beads wouldn't fuse outside if you put something heavy on them.
We're
I saw somebody, if they did on a pan and they put it in like their car.
Yeah.
Even though
we're joking around about how we have some friends with us in the Perler lab today, and we're joking around about would it be warm enough to put your beads outside and have them fuse by the heat? It is probably close. So Morgan's done. We might have to switch. How are you doing over there? Good. Morgan's finished with her 2 insects. Which insects did you guys decide you were going to make today? It was a hard decision. Morgan liked all of them, so we'll probably go back and make the others later. You know, it would also be cute for the jar if you fill it with candy, or you could fill it with supplies and take it to your teacher on the first day of
I was about to
school.
say that about like the teacher.
That would be cute. It's a great way to give a gift. And then so cute to keep on their desk. I'm almost done. So while I'm finishing up my flower, I did just plug in the iron and the hot glue gun that we're going to use today. So if you're about finishing up the project and getting ready to iron with us, this would be the time that you want to grab an adult and ask them to turn the iron on. And again, it's about a medium heat setting. Just make sure there's no water in your iron. One more yellow. Ooh, and I missed a green. Okay. I'm just going to finish up my flower top. And then we will show you guys the ironing process. And if you're not quite ironing with us at the time we are, or if you have to come back and iron, which again, we did that a lot. Morgan and I will start a project at home. We'll keep it on our pegboard, right? We'll walk away. We'll go to dance class or softball practice and come home, and then we can finish it up. But if you don't catch the ironing with us today, you can always go to our website, to perler.com, and we explain the ironing process. So it's super easy. A few more blue. Okay. Now the dark blue, and I'll be done. Last one. And then hopefully you guys can see on the flower, just a reminder, the middle is open, and that I'm leaving it open because we do want to use it. You'll see right there, because we do want to use it by putting our insect clicking in there on the top. So it's time to iron. And I'm just going to take the paper away. Okay, and then this is where you want your ironing paper, and our iron is nice and warm. And you take the ironing paper and you put it on top of your project. So when you iron the perler beads, we always tell everybody It's entirely up to you if you close the beads or if you keep them open. It all depends on what you want your project to look like. Morgan and I both like the holes open. And specific to this project, if you're going to use it as the bug jar and catch some fireflies, make sure that you are leaving the holes open so that the fireflies can breathe. So put the paper on, put your iron down. And I use a medium pressure. And this flower has some petals that come out to point, so you want to make sure you get the edges. And as the beads start to fuse, you can see them come through the ironing paper. Here, just want to make sure we're getting all the petals. And then I usually just take a peek. Looks good to me. Maybe one more down here. Was a little loose. Like I said, those top petals. Just want to make sure.
There was just a real bug in Mackenzie's room.
Oh, Mackenzie just had a real bug in her room. Don't put it in your jar. Wait for the fireflies. Okay, so this side is fused together. I made sure, hopefully, that everything was fused at the top. And then you take it and you can flip it over. And then your pegboard just pops off. And then you can fold your ironing paper. You can use another sheet. And now you still want to do the other side and just make sure you're fusing both sides so that they stay together. And just be careful, your project is a little warm, and remember, this is where an adult comes in to help you with the ironing. So I'm done with the flower, but it is a little bit warm, so I'm just going to trade with Morgan and let that cool. And I'm going to iron her insects. So again, the ironing paper goes on top. And then just to point out, Morgan did follow the pattern, and she extended her bugs to have the pieces. So Morgan took that off the ironing paper. She's gonna let it cool. And again, it's a medium heat, medium pressure. Make sure you got this bottom piece, and you can see how they're starting to fuse through the ironing paper. Try to get this piece down here. Okay.
Now you can like really see the
Oh, so good. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with our insects and take the pegboard, and we're going to flip it over, and your pegboard pops off. And this one, we can fold the ironing paper. You can still use a second sheet if that's easier. We also have our glue gun plugged in right now and heating.
You can glue it on to the thing.
And so these are a little warm, but we're just gonna peel them off and let them cool. Adorable. So cute.
It's fairly hot. But the good thing about Perler beads is they cool down very fast. So this is
They do. They do. So do you want to pick which jar? So we're just going to use one of the insects right now. Okay. Okay. So with the jar, you remove the lid and you take off the inner flat top. You just put that aside, right? So then I would take the lid off. Yeah. And then what is going to be easiest, Morgan's going to do the hot gluing. I'm going to watch her. Yeah, so your best bet is I would put the hot glue around the ring, and then we'll put this on top. Okay.
And there's also holes in the Perler beads, so
Yeah, so our fireflies will be in good shape. Okay. So go ahead and just be careful. Let me know if you need help. Can I? Yep, it's just the stand. There you go. Thank you. You good? Yep. It's a new glue stick.
so hard like to do this reading.
Yeah. I'll hold it. No, you're fine. There you go.
We have Bella from Freeland, PA, and it's raining there.
Bella from Freeland says it's raining.
And she wants to know where the recording will be.
So that's a great question. So the recording will be on Michael's YouTube channel one day later. So after today, the recording and our previous classes are all on Michael's YouTube channel. Yeah, add a little bit more. Perfect. I'll do a little more over here. Yep. Great job. Great job. Okay. I'll take the glue gun.
And can I?
Yeah, go ahead and put your flower on top. We'll hold it there for a minute. Give it a little pressure. Okay. Boom. Oh yeah, so good. Okay, so do we want to put this in first? Or you want to do that last?
Yeah, I'll do that last.
Okay, so just got to be careful because it's still drying.
I'll pick.
We put our lid on. And then which insect? The lightning bug, or some people call it fireflies. And then we pop that in.
And you can always make all of them and just like switch them around.
So cute. So cute. So can we have the front facing camera? Because we just want to show everyone that's here today a few other projects. So here we put our little, if you can see it, it's a little fake butterfly in there. And then we made this one into a candy jar. And like we said, this is a great first day of school, little gift for your teacher, adorable. You can fill it with erasers or, you know, small pencils.
Light and
And then up here, Morgan loves her fairy lights. So we went ahead and put some in a jar. How cute is that? You can light that up in a room.
And if you don't want like a jar, you can always.
Yes, so then we use the top and we glued the bee on it to make some garland. And we even made flowers with some sticks out of the top flower piece. So we really like this project. It's super cute. We hope that you guys liked it too. Again, we will be back for a back to school project on michaels.com on August 23rd. Please hashtag make it with Michaels, Perler and Perler art class so we can see what you've done, especially if you've changed up some bead colors and made them different. We would love to see it. We share with everybody. So we hope you guys stay cool. We're going to do our best to stay cool. Enjoy the rest of the summer, and we'll see you right before we head back to school. Thanks for joining us. Bye.